Whenever you walk into a store, what grabs your attention first? Is it the lighting? The layout? Maybe the smell of fresh coffee? But what if the most powerful influence on your experience is something that you don't even notice? Well, at least until it goes wrong.
Hey everyone, what's up? Jacob here again with nextgenerationacoustics.com. And in this video, we're gonna go over the impact of sound on customer experience, how it can impact and drive sales, and then how it can help you build a better brand identity.
Clear communication. Retail thrives on interaction, but in a noisy environment, communication breaks down. Echoes and background noise can turn a simple question into a frustrating experience. When it comes to communication, more clarity and speech intelligibility doesn't just improve overall service, but it drives trust. And studies show that this trust is what gets people buying.
Studies show that slow tempo music leads to longer visits and more purchases. In fact, in one well-known study, it was found that just playing slow tempo music led to up to a 39% increase in wine sales.
Sound as a mood setter. The vibe of a retail space isn't just visual, it's sonic. The tempo, the volume, the reverberation of sound can subconsciously shift how long people stay and even how much money they spend.
As a matter of fact, when done right, the acoustics and sound environment become an extension of a brand's voice. Whether you're going for calm or luxury, or should I say even chaotic. Unfortunately, there are some restaurants in our local area that we like the food, but we just cannot sit in and eat because it is so loud. The music is so loud, the environment is so reflective, and people just want to get out of there as soon as possible. That's why there's many restaurants who are opting to add acoustical products to improve the environment to better enhance the experience for their customers and their employees. As a matter of fact, good acoustics can lower your heart rate and lead to improved quality of life and better longevity and improved lifespan. It's well known that noisy classrooms increase teachers' heart rates, which actually has led to a lower life expectancy for many educators. Also, imagine putting your customers through that environment when they're in your store, actually creating a stressful environment for their health and impacting their heart. If they're visiting your business, your restaurant, your church, you want people to feel welcomed, warm, and you want them to be there as long as possible, which is gonna lead to more sales and a better experience for everyone. So when these companies optimize their acoustics and their environment, they're not just doing it for beauty or aesthetics, but they're doing it to literally improve the quality of life for their employees, their customers, and themselves. You could even say that they're optimizing for feel. And in retail, the feel is everything.
Branding through sound. Brands aren't just seen these days, they're heard. This is called sonic branding. The subtle auditory cues that stick with us from startup sounds.
The chime that an Apple computer makes when it boots up, or the old "you've got mail" welcome that AOL used to give you? Well, soon your car may do that.
To curated in-store playlists, to little jingles that have to do with the brand can stick in our brain and help us associate that specific brand to that specific sound. The science of sound. Sound doesn't just affect our mood, it affects our brain. High levels of chaotic noise activate the amygdala, our stress center. Pleasant acoustics, on the other hand, can actually trigger dopamine and relaxation.
Poor acoustics aren't just annoying, but they can cost businesses real money. A 2019 study showed that bad in-store sound design can reduce sales by up to 28%. Good acoustics, on the other hand, don't just help with optimization, but they literally pay off. In that same study, it showed that better room sound increased sales by 5 to 10%. As a matter of fact, what's even more interesting, it was found that just a 1% increase in dwell time, meaning the time that customers spend in your store, can lead to even a 1.3% increase in sales. So just getting to stay there in your facility for 1% longer can lead to 1.3% more in sales. So think about that. The more time they're in your facility, if you could get them to stay 100% longer or double their visit time, how much more would that lead to over time, over years or decades of a business or a brand's lifespan?
Acoustics in modern retail. As online first brands enter physical spaces, Acoustics will become key to delivering consistent, immersive experiences. These aren't just stores, they're sound design environments. You're not just buying a product these days, you're stepping into a brand.
Brands such as Starbucks, Apple, Nike, Outback Steakhouse, all take acoustics into consideration when designing their facilities from the ground up and creating the feel for their spaces. If you want to emulate these bigger brands and eventually become one of them yourselves, then it's time that you start taking your sound environment seriously.
Although sound is invisible, its impact is undeniable. And in the world of retail, what your customers hear might just matter more than what they see.
So the next time you're shopping or going out to eat or out in public, take a look around. Is the space that you're in optimized to create a better feel? The chances are that it may be. And if it's not, that might be the reason that you're trying to leave in the first place. Thank y'all for watching. Y'all make sure to subscribe and like and share the video if you feel like it added any value for you in any way. And I'll talk to y'all again very soon. Peace.